Well, hi there, everybody, and good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski on this Tuesday morning. A little foggy for some north of the Tri-Cities, otherwise just a warm and sticky morning out there. It's going to be a hot and muggy day today. Once that fog burns off to the north, it'll be a mostly sunny one, at times maybe partly cloudy. Now, as we get towards the mid to late afternoon hours, we're going to have to watch these areas about right here, kind of circling those areas near and north and east of the Grand Island area. These areas have a chance of maybe a couple of pop-up showers and weak thunderstorms during the late afternoon and evening hours as that front makes its way southward here. That front will also turn the winds to more out of the east later today. Now, a second front to our north, which will eventually just kind of merge, the two fronts will kind of merge overnight and into tomorrow morning. That second front could trigger some showers and storms farther to the west as a wave moves into the western part of the state later on today. That will move eastward tonight. So while still just a small chance of rain and thunderstorms, say around the Tri-Cities area this evening, better chances to our west and northwest will be spreading eastward overnight, bringing the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms during the overnight hours and early tomorrow morning. If this bows out, as this particular model is showing, we may see some strong damaging wind gusts on the front side of these storms. There's the threat of some large hail as well. Those will push into eastern Nebraska tomorrow morning. And then behind that, we're left with cooler readings, not as much humidity out there, and still some lingering showers and weak thunderstorms around during your day on Wednesday. Along with that, quite a bit of cloud cover. It's going to keep us cooler as well. That north and northeast wind bringing in the cooler air. So overall, I stress cooler conditions for Wednesday. Wednesday night, still some clouds and still a few showers and weak thunderstorms around overnight Wednesday night and early on Thursday morning. But the chances do get lower Wednesday night and kind of low chances sticking around on Thursday and what could be a fairly cloudy day Thursday. In fact, maybe a little drizzly as well. That's not out of the question. So let's look at that severe weather threat for today, and this is more so tonight, really. A slight risk of severe weather out for a large part of the area. We talked about this yesterday. It really hasn't changed a whole lot. Wouldn't be surprised here at the 8 o'clock update that comes out here in just a little bit under an hour if maybe those areas in far northern Nebraska get expanded into the slight risk of severe weather. In fact, I would not be surprised if northern Kansas maybe gets moved to a marginal threat. It does look like things have shifted a little farther north with some of the recent forecast models. Still would include the Tri-Cities area, but right now the biggest threats look to be large hail, possibly some really large hail out there, even overnight, and also some damaging wind gusts not out of the question. So that, especially if we get one of those bowing lines that kind of bows out, that could enhance the wind gusts with those storms as they push eastward. Now, tomorrow's threat much lower, mainly confined to the far southeast, and even then, I don't think we'll see much severe weather tomorrow. There's not as much instability, and with more cloud cover around things like that, we'll see more stable air. So, just a small chance of a couple of isolated severe storms. There's no threat on Thursday at this point here. So, for today, temperature-wise, upper 80s, low to mid 90s, above average temperatures. That's only part of the game, though. In fact, I'm going to kind of skip ahead real quick before I show you tonight's weather. Let's look at the dew points going into today. This is your future dew points product back into the 70s. Very sticky air around the area for today. That'll change tonight once that cold front comes through. That'll sweep away some of that high moisture, and the humidity should be lower tomorrow. Still 60s. That's still fairly high, but not as muggy as today. Future heat index values, it could be rather uncomfortable later on today. We could see that heat index close to 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities later on today, and off to the southeast and the east, we could see 105 to 110, more closer to 105, I think. Heat index values, and that's getting pretty dangerous out there. So that is going to be the good news is today is the only day with the deal with the high heat index, but again could be rather unpleasant out there later on today. Back to our temperatures out there for tonight, then falling back into the 60s and lower 70s behind that front. Tomorrow's temperatures a whole lot cooler out there, 70s and lower 80s for high temperatures on your Wednesday. More clouds around, it's still a chance of rain and thunderstorms, and that breeze out of the north and northeast will provide for the cooler air. Thursday, more of the same, more 70s, and maybe not even many 80s out there until you head to the panhandle of Nebraska. So, and with a lot of clouds around, I think we could even struggle into the mid-70s in some places. So, that's the short term over the next 2 or 3 days. How about the rest of that forecast? Now, first off, we look at the next 3 days on our 7-day forecast here, and that shows you the big cool down coming in. A lot more cloud cover as well. Best chance of rain and thunderstorms will be late tonight, and then during the day tomorrow, still a chance of rain and thunderstorms. The chances get lower then as we head towards Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, still a lot of clouds. I don't expect a lot of rain Thursday. In fact, probably not even much thunder and lightning. The occasional clap of thunder and some lightning not out of the question. Could be more drizzle than anything, really. Friday, still mostly cloudy skies, not quite as cloudy and not as much of a chance of drizzle. I'll keep a small chance of thunderstorms in the forecast, a 20% chance in for Friday. The chance may actually pick up a little bit late Friday night, especially after midnight. That's as a warm front moves through. So that we're going to start to warm things back up for the weekend. And the humidity starts to return as well. Saturday, Sunday looks almost like a repeat of today, temperature-wise, maybe a couple of degrees cooler, but it's going to be very warm, muggy once again. But it's temporary because another cold front comes through Sunday night and Monday, bringing a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms, and temperatures will start to cool down beginning on Monday, and that could continue as we look down the road as well. The long-range 10-day forecast, look at the drop in temperatures next week. We could be looking at 70s, and there are some models hinting at 60s for a good chunk of next week. Now, keep in mind, the other thing I want to mention real quick here, the 23rd of August, that's the day we're at 78 degrees there. That's the first day of the Nebraska State Fair, so not an overly warm day for the first day, but again, if you're heading this weekend, plan on some very warm, sticky conditions out there, especially Sunday, and then next week the temperatures drop. When I get back out to the State Fair next week, start to see some cooler readings returning to the area. And so this is the weather pattern we're in, where we see more below average than above average. It's just going to continue as we head towards the very end of August. We're going to be getting close to September 1st there down the road here. We'll see how things will play out. Of course, August 31st, 2 days beyond this forecast, that's the first Husker game of the season. All eyes are on that forecast as well, but we'll get you more on that as we get a little bit closer. So with that, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you all for watching this morning. Hope you have a wonderful day. Stay cool out there for today. I'll see you on a cooler Wednesday morning. Until then, take care and God bless. Bye.